Already from Macomb City Hall, it's Friday, the 29th of May, 2020, and it's the update regarding the COVID virus, the pandemic here in Macomb and McDonough County. We'll start off with the latest information from the McDonough County Health Department, and unfortunately, they're announcing 2 additional deaths that have occurred, bringing the total in McDonough County to 9 folks who have succumbed to issues related to COVID-19. So again, our condolences go to their families and dealing with their death and loss. The county is also reporting a total of 86 positive cases. So an additional 1 female in her 60s and 1 male in his 80s. So there are a total of 86 positive cases currently in McDonough County. That yields a positivity rating of about 7 to 8%, so still well below the 20% that is the requirement for moving the economy into phase 3 of the the Restore Illinois plan. And we'll get to that in just a moment. But the county health department is also calling out 42 of the 86 cases are being classified as recovered. And then again, they are reminding us, especially as we go into phase 3 today, that the wearing of face coverings, physical distancing, washing your hands, again, just have to be part of our everyday routine. And they are saying it is continuing to be critically important as we continue to try to mitigate the spread of the virus while still trying to move us into the next phase of the Restore Illinois plan. That information, all this information is on the health department's website, and that website location is located on your screen now. A couple of other things we'd like to share with you regarding some health-related topics. First of all, we mentioned this several weeks ago, but we need to remind you again, given the prolonged period of time that some buildings, including some homes or buildings, office buildings, whatever the case may be, have been either vacant or your water consumption has been dramatically reduced or not at all, before you go back into those buildings and start trying to utilize the plumbing there, our water treatment plant operators, the county health department, the CDC, all recommend that you need to go about flushing all of the fixtures in those buildings, and in some cases, whether they're private residences have been offline for whatever reason. Not that if you've been used, but let's be clear. If you've had routine usage in your water in your home, that's not a problem. We're talking about buildings or residences that have been completely unused for the duration of this pandemic, this stay-at-home order, the last couple of months. You should check the CDC's website, and we'll give you that website at the bottom of your page or bottom of your screen now. Gives you clear guidance on how to flush your system and get the stagnant water out of your system. Part of the problem is that it loses chlorination capabilities when it sits in the pipes for an extended period of time. And again, if you've been utilizing your water to normal usage in your home, nothing at all to be worried about. This is only in buildings or homes that have been totally unoccupied or not utilized for the last several weeks or months. Again, that website will have additional information. So some other things we'd like to share with you. Obviously, as we've been talking about leading up to today is the first day of phase 3 movement of the entire state of Illinois and the Restore Illinois plan. So you should see some more commercial retail activity across the community. If you've been downtown to the square, you're seeing some more vehicles around, people out again. Keep it in mind those social distancing, face cloth, face coverings in place, things like that. But many of the restaurants and bars, particularly in the downtown, but again across the entire community, have taken the opportunity to start operating with seating outside. So a couple of things, even in private parking lots, but especially on areas of the downtown square, please be careful as you're going around the square, because many of our businesses, restaurants have taken us up on our offer to allow some seating to occur on the sidewalks. So those should be unobstructed path for you to get around the square. That's not a problem on foot. 48 inches is required of clear path around on sidewalks, but we've also given some of our downtown restaurants and bars the ability to set up seating in what would traditionally be parking spaces cases on the square. So again, be very cognizant of that. They've taken some extra steps. We've provided some barriers. They've got some demarcations out. But we all should be much more aware. There's going to be more vehicular traffic in the community. There's going to be more pedestrian traffic. So it's essential that we all support the businesses, obviously, but be careful as you're engaging out and about, especially driving around the square. At the same time, all of those businesses have indicated to us their overwhelming desire not only to get back in a higher level of interaction with the community and sales, but they're very, very cognizant of additional safety protocols that are in place, both by the County Health Department, the Illinois Department of Public Health, and CDC guidelines. They've assured us that their employees, they as business owners, are very, very concerned about the safety of their customers and their employees as we start down this next phase. And we feel confident that even some of them have said we're not quite ready yet. And we want to make sure that when we do open up, we're completely ready. So we respect those that have decided to delay a little bit getting back into outdoor seating, and we applaud those that are ready to go and are starting that today. So again, we wish them well. We appreciate the opportunity that we had to help facilitate an expedited plan to get them back into a little bit more of the thick of business. Again, with safety and health being at the core of those decisions. A couple other things we want to share with you is that City Hall will open again with some continuing restrictions, but open to the public first thing Monday morning. When you come to City Hall, there'll be an expectation that you'll be wearing a face covering, even if you're just in to pay your water bill. Even though the water bill, we would still encourage you to pay those either online or making the deposit in the drop box located on the north side of City Hall in the parking area. But for whatever reason you need to come in, there'll be social distancing markings on the floor. Those have been added as recently as yesterday. And then we've also installed some barriers at those public access points to ensure the safety and health of both of our employees and our visitors and customers that come into City Hall. But there'll be an expectation that even for a very brief visit, you'll be wearing a face covering. And then if you're here for an appointment or you anticipate your interaction with City Hall staff will be longer than 10 minutes, you'll be required to screen yourself with a thermometer and check in with the city clerk's office. First office as you come in the door, and the only access point available to the public coming into City Hall starting Monday will be the main entrance. Traditionally is the main entrance on the east side of City Hall, and that's the side that's closest to the Walgreens store. So we'll look forward to seeing folks. Again, health and safety being the core of that decision. We will continue to have the overwhelming majority of our council and subcommittee and commission meetings via Zoom or remote, and there'll be maybe one or two of our city employees that will still be working remotely as well. So again, City Hall Monday back open to the public with restrictions. All righty, we've received a number of inquiries, and I think that's understandable. This is traditionally yard and garage sale season, not only here, but kind of in the Midwest. So what we'd like to share with folks is that in consultation with the health department, we made a decision that officially we will allow garage and yard sales to occur starting the weekend of June 26th. So just a few short weeks away. Give you an opportunity to get everything together, price it, and be assured that we'll be getting some guidance out. People can check with both the health department and the city's website sometime in the next week or so. We will give you best practices in setting up a garage sale during a pandemic. So the idea being that you're really not anxious to invite folks onto your property for a yard or garage sale if you're not employing best practices to minimize the spread of this virus. So, and if I were coming to your property and to look at items for sale in your garage or on your yard, I'd want some reassurance that I wasn't presenting a problem for you and other folks that were coming there. So again, we'll get that information out to you, but would be looking for the weekend of June 26th for that to start up back here in Macomb. As it relates to this weekend, and checking with our friends at the Emergency Services and Disaster Area, again, part of their ongoing job is to manage and help the health department and the hospital and those of us here at City Hall, all the community partners deal with the pandemic. Well, they also keep track of weather, and they're telling us that this weekend is to be absolutely gorgeous. The temperature to be in the 70s during the day and sunny, and 50s and pleasant overnight. So an opportunity for folks to get out and interact, again, utilizing social distancing, but for both your physical and mental health, we have some good weather. We would encourage folks to get out and take advantage of that. And we understand that some folks are still not up to that, whether that's either because of some physical limitation or because they're still not quite there yet. We understand that, but would encourage for everybody's physical and mental health to get out and engage. We want to make sure that you continue to keep those folks that are still struggling with this pandemic, both our healthcare workers and those that are victims of this and their families, in your thoughts. Until next time, thank you.